I worked very hard to get it down. Good evening. My name is Dr. Kimberly Fahlgren. I am your current District 4 School Board member. Thank you for inviting me here today. I always appreciate the opportunity to get to share with the voters. While serving on the board for the past 10 months, I have answered every phone call and investigated every concern. I have sought to be available and responsive to the needs of the citizens. I have been an advocate for transparency, vocational programs, school choice, and STEM priorities. STEM, which is an acronym for science, technology, engineering, and math. I believe we need to ensure that we get our full budget online so that the community at large can assist us in looking for ways to save money and make sure that we're using our money wisely. I believe in the words of Ronald Reagan that we need to trust but verify. We need to trust our superintendent that it's our job as the board to represent the taxpayers. We have to ask questions and do our homework. Taxpayers are tired of writing blank checks. They need to know and understand where their money is going. We have some clear choices to make. I am different than my fellow candidates in District 4 in that the only special interest groups that I represent are the children, the working families, and the taxpayer. We need to connect the skills of our youth to the needs of our employers. Manufacturing will not relocate if we can't close the skills gap. We need to make sure that we work closely with the local businesses and the state college to ensure that our graduates have a strong workforce and employability skills that matches the needs of our current and future employers. I believe in school choice. I have advocated for and voted to add K-12 as an additional virtual school provider to Nassau Virtual Schools, which is part of Nassau County Public Schools. As a matter of transparency and customer service, I believe we need to do a better job publicizing and explaining these opportunities to our taxpayers, parents, and students. I'm concerned that Nassau County, as well as our nation, is behind in the global curve of placing importance on STEM education priorities. According to the National Commission on Mathematics and Science for the 21st century, 60% of the jobs for the 21st century require skills that are possessed by only 20% of the current workforce. STEM workers earn an average of 26% more than non-STEM workers. Manufacturing and STEM jobs are what we need in Nassau County to grow our economy. We need to realign our budget in a way that demonstrates our commitment to STEM education. We need to launch an aggressive recruitment strategy to recruit, hire, and train teachers that have a strong educational resume and in-depth courses in math, science, technology, and engineering. This generation of children are naturally geared and equipped to be creators of technology, not just users of technology. They are waiting on us to give them the keys to the door of their prosperous future. If we don't act now, the next Google, Microsoft, or Apple will have a Chinese, Korean, or Finnish-sounding name. It is not going to be an American product. We have to empower our kids. Nassau County needs someone in office who understands that we are in a global economy and that a focus on science, technology, engineering, and math is important. The future is now. We cannot wait. As a mother of 3 school-age children, I am a stakeholder in the future of education, and I appreciate your vote on August 14th. May I answer Ms. Major's question that she had asked before? As a parent of a special needs child myself, this is an issue that is close to my heart. I personally have had to look into alternative options for my special needs child, and I do not believe we do enough in this county to address the needs of our special needs children. One of the areas in which I believe we can improve is that we need to get the Florida Alternative Assessment curriculum and testing more available on the west side. We just recently added this program to Callahan Intermediate School. Prior to that, all of our children on the west side, this was only offered in our Yulee schools. So we need to work on expanding the FA opportunities for kids who are unable to take the FCAT. We need to do a better job of providing the training to our teachers because unfortunately we have a growing population of children that have special needs. Some of them who do not have such significant needs that they would qualify for an individualized education plan. But we know statistically we have a growing population of children with attention deficit disorder, children on the autistic spectrum, children with physical needs such as cerebral palsy, and as someone who believes in an integrated classroom, we have to provide our teachers with the training. We can't just expect that they're going to know how to do that. So training our teachers, getting the fall on the west side, those are things we need to do to solve that problem.
Anyone else?
Kimberly Fahlgren, and I would like to hear your comment on an education for kids who are not particularly good in math and science and computers, because I did hear that mentioned, and I think that is so necessary that there is a practical application of job skills taught in school. So when the kids get out of high school, they can get a job if they don't go on to college.
Yes, ma'am. I agree that vocational education is vital to both our economy and to our children. I worked with Spotswood Watkins this year in assisting in developing the first vocational scholarship at Hilliard High School. I believe we need to start in elementary school and helping kids understand what different career paths there may be. We need to be providing more hands-on learning opportunities in elementary school and get away so much from the paper, pencil task. Kids thrive and they learn best in a multi-sensory education situation where they get to see and hear and touch and feel and interact. And that will connect them more closely to ideas of what they want to do in the future. We need to identify the children at an earlier point and give them those opportunities earlier on in their education so they don't get discouraged or we don't have the dropout rates, because we do know that not every child is going to college, and we need to have a strong alternative, and that needs to have a positive spin on it, because as was said earlier, prior we looked at the trades as being something less than a college education, when we all know that sometimes you can make a lot more with a trade or a skill than you can with a college education. When you have attorneys coming out of law school making less than teachers do, we know that the education does not always equate to a salary.
Thank you.